Okay, so it's Saturday 22nd of November. It's pouring down with rain again. Haven't managed to do hardly any work on the van this week because it's been busy, and then I wasn't very well on Thursday. I did a little bit of sorting out and tidying up on Friday, and that's what I've continued to do today. So what I've tried to do is have a little look at where I am in the process. And so let me take you on a bit of a journey of where we are so far. Okay, so regarding the front of the van, basically we finished the ceiling now at the front of the van. We've done this little bulkhead here, which is going to be a storage area where I'm just storing all the boxes of the things I'm working with at the moment. But that's quite a big storage area. I've got some trims that I'm going to put around the edges, and I'm wondering whether to varnish that or paint it. So that's a decision still to be made. On this side of the van, as you know, the chairs are in. That's some of the paneling that's left over. They're just covered up at the moment. I've got this to do down here, and that's already insulated. And then we've got the two big windows, one which will go by here and one which will go by here, but it's a write-off for today, so we're not even going to attempt those. I had to drill another hole yesterday for my water inlet, which proved to be the most difficult cut that I've done. It's very small, but I didn't realize it. I was going through triple layer of metal rather than double layer of metal, but it was the only way really that I could get it into the van in the point that I wanted it. So that's down here at the other end. And you can see I've done some work here in behind this baby here, which is my water heater, and there's a water inlet coming into there. So what I'm hoping to do, if it dries out this afternoon, is this is my water tank, this is my water heater. I want to build a frame for the water heater to sit on top of the water tank, and then that will be in position. I've also done quite a bit of tidying up of the insulation with this kind of insulation stuff over here, which is like a thin insulation that's sticky. Just tidies everything up on the actual side there. And the framework now for the bed is in position. So this is the frame for the bed. But obviously I can't build a bed because I'm using the back doors to get in and out. So that's going to be one of the last things I do. I also need to tidy up this cabling down by here, but I've lengthened everything and that looks a mess, but it's not too difficult a job to tidy up. So we've done insulation in behind these here as well. And this will be built up eventually, but I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet. What I think I need to do is build little juts across, and then build inwards slightly. So again, not too sure what's happening here. When I originally put this window in, I did have a bit of a leak, but I seem to have solved that problem. So all of my windows are working well without any leaks. These windows here are open and close windows. As you can see, it's absolutely horrible outside, and they're pretty sturdy looking babies. And the two windows at the front will also have open and close facilities. So that's where we're at the moment. And this afternoon, if it dries out a little bit, what I'd like to do is build this structure down here. But I've just tidied up the van, so I'm loath to cut in here again, because it makes a right mess when you're cutting wood inside of the van. The dust goes everywhere. Okay, so before I build the structure for my water tank, heater and pump, I just need to drill a hole in this, clean out the tank, and connect this baby here, which is my isolator switch. And then I'll work out which way round I'm going to put the tank. Okay, so today's task is completed. It is 6 o'clock this evening on Saturday, and we're all done for today. So basically what we've done here is we've created a space for the water tank. Middle there is the pump, and the top there is the water heater. and I'm thinking everything's going to fit okay. I need to double check that heater's not too tall. It's what the back line is, not the front line, that matters, because the bed's going to run over the top of that. So obviously it can't run into the bed itself. I haven't done any of the plumbing of it, although I did find out that my valve that I had for the tank, the water tank, is not working. So good to know that before I fitted it. And then I've got to try and work out how to do all of the plumbing. Ooh, that'll be a job for another time. But basically the van is looking pretty tidy now. So we've got the structure in place for the fridge. We've got the back wall here now with a newly fitted electric inlet and 12-volt fuse box. This needs to be refastened back in. I put a bit of rubber matting in the back area because I think that's going to be easier to keep clean, and I'm also going to use it to give a little bit of protection from the rain, and so some of this will be rubber matted as well to protect it, particularly over on this side. I'm going to build a box around the electrics at some point, but good day's work. Van looking a little bit tidier, and so that's it for today.